Well, good morning, everyone, church family. Welcome to a little section of woods in between the Sherwood and Doty property. Hope you're having a good morning, but it is Monday, and what that means is it is another week of quarantine before us, another week full of more anxieties, more burdens, more heavy loads that can weigh upon us. So I don't know what those things are for you. I honestly don't. I think everybody's situations are very different. But I'll let you in just a little bit on what those things are for me. Okay, so another week is starting, and I wonder how much longer quarantine is actually going to be. It keeps getting delayed, so that's something I have to carry, right? I also wonder how much more working from home my family can handle. Because I don't know if it's the gift of time that we've been given, or if it's the gift of unceasing distractions that seem to happen and interrupt the workflow of a normal week. But working from home, it kind of has its challenges, doesn't it? I think if you have been trying that, you know that. Anybody who's joining us online, welcome. Glad you guys are here. Here's some of my burdens for the day. Just wanted you to see them. Some nice wooden burdens. Okay, so you got those things on your mind. I wonder sometimes how my kids are going to do today, listening to their mom, doing schooling again, different things like that. It's kind of tough, and I think especially for most parents, we chose to homeschool this year, so for us it hasn't been too heavy, this isn't too bad. But for many people, they didn't choose this, and so they have the burden every week of trying to figure out how to do the school thing from home. And it starts to get heavy after a while. I also wonder if my wife had a good Mother's Day. She's a nice mom, so she's supposed to say that she did. But that's just something I wonder about today. But as we go through our week, go ahead, come with me this way. As we go through our week, I wonder what other things we're going to have to carry. I wonder, if there's other things that are going to come along. But to be honest, this isn't too bad. This isn't too out of the ordinary. I can carry this. And so I think we go through our weeks just kind of carrying some burdens, and I think we're used to it in many ways. I think it seems normal now, but I'll be honest, I'm not the most ripped person in the world, and they start to get a little bit heavy after a while, Now, to open the can just a little bit more, I've got a few more personal things to let you know of. As a pastor of our church, we love our people and we love serving here, but as we talk about reopening, I know that there are opinions for people. I know that many people on many sides of this issue are going to be kind of upset with what we choose to do. So I think of the people who are mad at us because we never really continued church, and they're wondering if we just gave in to the big bad evil government, or if we're just wicked people who don't even care about meeting together. That's some. There are some people who are genuinely terrified of this virus, and it makes sense, right? Fear is a real thing, and I think you have people who are afraid. You have people who are afraid of getting sick. They're afraid of getting their loved ones sick, and so they're going to wonder why in the world we would even consider reopening at this time, what that might even look like. And so that kind of weighs on me. I think it weighs on all of our pastoral staff. And you've got people who kind of just want to be irritated at something too. And so this has just been another opportunity for people to be frustrated, and we're dealing with people frustrated at each other online and trying to figure out how to handle that. And so I'm walking through, looking forward to a Monday, walking through my week, feeling kind of tired. Yeah, there's a bush there, camera person, another bird. So worried that you were going to run into that. Okay, but we spend most of our week just feeling weighed down, heavy. And I wonder if you feel like this at all. Like, you just have to carry this all day long, and you're wondering if it's ever really going to stop. And that's not even to talk about family concerns, right? Because you have family members that you love dearly that they want to meet with you, and that makes sense, and you want to see them too, but you don't really know if you should. That's kind of my situation, don't really know what to do. And then I've got friends I love like crazy, and I just miss them. And this whole thing has just been frustrating. And then to add to that, I'm fine, I got this. You've got just this stack of concerns and things that we walk around with every single day. Why? Because we're tough and we can handle it. You see this? We got this. But I wonder today on this cool Monday, May morning, if I'm actually supposed to walk around carrying all this. Because I'll be honest to you right now, this is pretty exhausting. And I don't really want to carry this, but I kind of feel like I have to. Maybe you feel like that. Maybe you feel like a bunch of eyes are on you, and to be strong, to be American, to be tough, you need to hold on to all of this. But I think, and I wonder, if we're supposed to carry this load or not. I'm going to let this load go, because I want to show you a passage from Scripture that I think we too easily gloss over, that we need to pay attention to, especially on a day like this. Okay, I'm going to let this go. I want to take you to the book of 1 Peter chapter 5. And in this, Peter writes this: God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. So humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on him, because he cares for you. Casting all your anxieties upon him, for he cares for you. Do you believe that God cares for you personally? Do you believe that he cares intimately about you and about the things that you're concerned with? Because I tell you, so many of us walk around carrying our anxieties, and in our own arrogance and in our own pride saying, no, I've got this. I can handle it. I've got broad shoulders. You know what the reality is you don't. And I don't. Yet we pretend all day long that we can bear the weight of our own burdens. And the problem is that is an act of unbelief in the promises of God. God asks us, through the Apostle Peter, who had his fair share of issues, he asks us to humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he will exalt us. But that humbling looks like verse 7 of 1 Peter chapter 5. The humbling looks like casting all of our anxieties upon him. If you remember, Jesus himself said that his yoke is easy, his burden is light. Ours is not. My arm, it's still killing me from holding all of those for that amount of time, okay? We walk around like we've got it, but really what God asked us to do is take all of these worries, all of these fears, all of these conspiracy theories and these agendas that we see out there, in light of all of this, to take those things and to just set them before the feet of Jesus and say, I can't bear that. I can't handle that. That's above my pay grade. I can't carry the weight of that. And I think so many times you and I carry the weight that we are never meant to carry. And so I want to urge you this morning from the book of 1 Peter to take God at his word. Believe that he cares about you. Believe that he is more concerned about those things that weigh you down than you even are about those things that weigh you down. Believe that actually God can deal better with all of this than you can. So the question is do you trust him? Do you trust in God's ability to control all things? Or are you arrogantly going to just hold on to all things, kind of pretending that you are the sovereign one? Do you believe that he cares for you? Lastly, I think one of the things we are all so tempted to believe is that God doesn't really care for us like this. Maybe in a general In a general way, he cares about humanity, but personally for me, it probably doesn't connect. And I want to encourage you today and challenge you to take God at his word. He cares so deeply for you that he sent his one and only Son into the world to pay for the penalty of your sin, to set you free from your sin, to set you free from your worries, your burdens. And the question this morning is this: are you sick of carrying this? Do you trust the Lord? I invite you to cast your worries and your cares upon him today and trust solely in his goodness, which is more sure than today's sunrise. It's more sure than summer coming. Yeah, that might be snow. I don't know exactly what's falling, but summer is coming. But God's promises are more sure than even that. So have a wonderful week. Go in the grace of God and stop carrying all this today. Cast it before his feet and trust in the Lord of all to do well with what weighs you down.